What is up, everybody? Welcome to round 2 of 3 tonight of Spokane Ghost Talk. I'm your ghost host, Brian James, and we have got an interesting podcast tonight. First, we hopped from the United States all the way across the pond to the UK. And right now, we took a trip about halfway across the country, and we have gone to Toledo, Ohio. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting podcast, I do believe. So, without any further ado, let's bring on Dennis from Toledo. What's up, boss?
Well, man. Oh,
How you doing?
living the life.
I hear that one, man. I hear that one. So,
Living
from
the life.
Toledo, Ohio.
Yep,
That's I hear Ohio's a very haunted state.
it is. It has a lot of haunted locations. I think the most infamous one is OSR, Ohio Reformatory.
Ooh, that sounds like a
That's where
good
they,
one.
yeah, that's where they filmed Shawshank Redemption.
Really?
Yep, the whole movie was shot there.
Holy shit, you learn something new every day.
Yep, yep.
So, what's going on with your team, man? Got any good investigations coming up or any secrets you want to tell me?
Well, we actually we're actually on a break right now. We're going to be at a Paracon this Sunday in Michigan.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're going to bring some of our haunted collection with us, part of it. We did a haunted investigation on our haunted collection on Halloween. We caught some good evidence, but not a lot, which is weird. But people got to understand paranormal activity is hit or miss. I mean, when I was doing my podcast, man, I heard EVPs crossed my own audio.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. Let's see what else. Well, and then we're on a break until about mid-January. And then after about mid-January, we're going to start hitting the road filming. We're going to be we're taking our haunted artifact series, and we're going to take it on the road. We're actually going to investigate other people's haunted artifacts.
Dude, that is savage.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
So we're going to do that from like mid-January to about the end of April, and then about the beginning of May to about mid-September, we're going to film season 3 of our series, Awaken the Unknown. So,
Awaken the Unknown.
yeah.
That is a snazzy name. I like that. What is that about? Is it
it's just
investigating?
we just go to locations, investigate, and just a normal paranormal series where we just investigate locations and stuff like that. So
nice. So is this like a YouTube series, Instagram, Facebook?
It was. Yeah, it's a YouTube series. It was on Amazon. Well, I had my old series Spirits Awaken on Amazon Prime, but since Amazon's trying to compete with Netflix and Hulu, they took it off. So no big deal.
Oh, that's bullshit.
But it's on YouTube. I know. It's on YouTube though. So
nice.
Yep.
The paranormal consultant has popped in. What's up, brother? And he says, yeah, you're not too far from him. He's actually in Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, I've been to Pennsylvania, Gettysburg. I investigated the Jenny Wade house and the orphanage.
Nice. See, the
my
problem with Spokane is we have, just shit tons of places to investigate up here, but every good place is an upper class restaurant, an upper class hotel, this, that, and the other, and they don't want to be known for their paranormal activity.
Yeah.
So we're
That's
left
true.
with, little buildings and bars and, stuff like that. But, we do some stuff in Idaho, and we got the St. Ignatius Hospital in Colfax, which is about an hour away.
Mm.
So Spokane's not
Cool.
too bad, but we need a big place like where you guys are from, something that's extremely haunted.
Yeah. 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 That's
So,
cool.
so what got you into the paranormal, man? Like, what was your first experience?
Basically, I never grew up in a paranormal type situation or anything. I started watching the shows, and I was just like, you know, is it, the interest? Is it, is this real, or are they just making stuff up to, just to attract people to watch their show? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I went to the Toledo Yacht Club, and I investigated, and I caught some good evidence, and and it just took off from there.
Oh, you got the bug, didn't you?
Yeah, it just took off from there, and I joined the team, broke off, started my own team. Started my own team in 2017, and just took off from there, and been going ever since, and working on projects after projects. My biggest project is to open a haunted museum here in Toledo. That's my biggest project.
Wow. And that is a great goal right there, brother. I mean,
Yeah,
I've never experienced a haunted artifact. I mean, I've seen them on TV, but man, I mean, to experience that, I mean, that would be something completely awesome. And you definitely need to bring your haunted artifact show to the Northwest, dude.
yeah. Um,
Come within eight
I
hours of me to Seattle or something.
yeah, yeah. No, I mean, everyone. I'm in haunted object groups, and some people own haunted objects and stuff like that. And we're actually there's actually a woman who contacted me about the series, and she lives in Pennsylvania, and she's got a bunch of haunted artifacts, and she gets a lot of paranormal activity. So that's going to be our first stop film is going to be in Pennsylvania, and
Oh, that's a good
it's
spot to
gonna
start.
yeah, it's gonna be good. You know, I've investigated my collection for 2 going on 3 years, and I've caught so much evidence that I can't even explain.
Oh man.
So,
I mean, I gotta know how can you tell? Like, how do you know if an item is haunted or not?
um, it's hard to say. I mean, anything can have energy to it.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I've actually got dirt from Ed Gein's property, and that's haunted. I actually, when I first got it, I was investigating it live, like just for like 5 or 10 minutes, and I was holding the dirt, and I was starting to get nauseous, and I was not looking good. It was affecting me badly, and and I actually had to put it down. Uh, I've had things happen constantly. Um, I've had my lower lip fucked with. I've been scratched. I got a 1900 high chair that's got a Ouija board for a tray table attached to it, and it possessed a 1 and 3 year old, and it has a cross on the tray table to keep it at bay. That was blessed by an exorcist, and
Holy
it
shit.
it literally it literally I was reading a prayer from my rosary, and I was using the Necrophonic app, and you can hear, as soon as I took a pause, you can hear it go stop, and then it growled at me, and then it goes
Oh,
demon, and it's crazy. Um, there was a time where, well, this is actually if you go watch our second episode of Haunted Artifacts, you will see a face. Sorry, I'm tired. Sometimes when I sit down here, the energy down here, it'll suck the energy right out of me. Um, you'll see a face actually manifest in my bookshelf,
really?
and then yeah,
That's
and then
on YouTube as well?
yeah, yeah, and then I was using GhostTube, and you can hear it. The ghost tube went behind you, and you can see a face manifest behind me, literally behind me.
Oh, dude, you're giving me the shivers.
Yeah. I've caught a figure in my high chair that dates back to the 1930s. Um, uh, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy what I've caught. Um, but yeah, you have to check it out.
Most definitely. I will definitely do that. Now
Yeah,
you keep these artifacts in your home,
yeah, they're in my basement.
and what's your address? Man, that's got to make your home just freaking crazy with activity, though, man. How do you deal with it?
Honestly, everything that's down here don't mess with us. It only messes with us if we're down here for a certain amount of time or we're investigating. That's the only time it messes with us. Now, I have a camera down here 24/7 running where it's like a security camera, sort of like I have a Nest camera down here, so if anything moves or hears a noise or anything, it'll notify me right away. I have gone
Oh,
over it, and I've heard males conversation, and I've heard males exhale, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
I bet. Jonathan Myers. Hey, how's it going, y'all? What was your favorite place that you have investigated?
Waverly Hill Sanatorium.
Waverly Hills. That is a definite bucket list for me. I've got a
Yep.
bucket list about a mile
Yeah.
long.
Been there twice.
Nice. Good evidence?
Oh yeah. First time I went, I called Disembodied Voice in 502 to ask for help.
Nice. Nice.
Freaked
So
me.
you
It freaked me the fuck out, and I went running.
guys so you guys have been around for about 5 years.
No, yeah, yeah. Actually,
And
yeah,
you've been in the
yeah.
field for about 8 to 10 years. So I mean, you were kind of skeptical about it. You did an investigation. You caught the investigation bug. You start your own team. I mean, you guys are on YouTube doing a series. You've been on Amazon. You got two different series going. I mean,
Yep.
man, you guys are just fucking rocking it.
And I also am working on a documentary. I'm putting together two of the Purple Gang. So,
Nice. And what's the documentary going to be about? Just everything
uh,
in general, or
basically, the documentary has interviews, history, and paranormal investigations of three locations the gang used in Michigan to meet Al Capone or stuff like that.
wow. I'll give this back to you. Well, I will definitely reserve the first copy when that comes out. Most definitely.
Yeah.
And you are
So,
a fascinating gentleman here, Dennis. You got so much going on in the paranormal world, and that's fantastic.
yeah.
But I gotta know, out of all your years, what has been oh my God, I just shit my pants moment or moment.
Waverly. Waverly.
Waverly Hills.
Yep. Yep.
Beautiful.
I'll tell you, you investigate that place and you leave, those walls, man, they change you. They open your eyes up to the paranormal. Like, no joke. That place is 100% haunted. That place is 100% active. That place is just, after you go to Waverly and you go to another place, it ain't going to live up to Waverly.
Nice. You see, that's the way we are with well, our first investigation when we first started, it was just this little residential and just right down the road from where we were. My buddy Joe lived
Man,
there. And, he
sorry.
started telling me about how his daughter says she gets her blankets ripped off and she gets her
Dang,
foot yanked and
that's
Lisa
crazy.
being bitch. And, he was a skeptic and he's like, why don't you guys, since you're ghost hunters now, go in there and investigate it?
Yeah,
And so we went in there with nothing more than 3 flip phones and a flashlight. And man, we caught some of the best evidence that we've captured besides Colfax.
oh,
I mean,
wow.
little girls humming, the smell of bread, 2 old people fighting, physically attacked twice, teddy bears flying, roses destroyed. And we
Yeah,
investigated that place probably 10, 15 times, got landed on the Creme 2 news, and it was just crazy up there.
yeah.
And so what was your guys' very first investigation?
Um, my very first investigation was the Toledo Yacht Club. That was the very first one.
And what is that?
Uh, it's basically like it's sort of like a boat type club that has like Commodores and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you guys use for your equipment?
I use a SLS camera. I use I'll use Ghost Tube. I'll use the Necrophonic. I'll use the Spirit Box. Um, I will use a lot of devices, ghost ghost meters, K2s. I mean, whatever I'm in the mood to use, I'll use it.
Nice. So you have a good arsenal then.
Yep,
That's awesome. The
yep,
paranormal consultant says he's caught some of his best evidence on Polaroids and cassette recorders.
yeah. Those are good things to use too.
Oh, definite. I definitely believe in the old school methods. Indeed,
Yeah,
a lot of the newer technology has glitches and REM pods can go off for no reason, and
yep.
you know
You just gotta know what you're doing, what you're using, and pay attention to your environment.
you have to
Basically,
know your equipment inside and out before
yep,
you go and play with it.
yep.
Like with us, we rock a couple EVP recorders, a couple K2s, Spirit Box, and a temp gun. And we have our stationary night vision, and we do all of our investigations through Facebook on our group page. And you know, your phone turns into a camera and an EVP recorder. Plus, you have all your audience watching. So if you don't hear something and they do, or you don't see something and they do, and you go back over it, all the comments that come up are in real time.
Yep. Yep.
So it's definitely a good tool to use as well.
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
So with the paranormal, like how big is your team?
It's just me and my wife and two other people that are married, their husband and wife.
Right, so it's like a couple's night out.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You know, I
Yep.
used to love investigating with my wife. She actually quit when we had our second child, and
Mhm.
I've been begging her to come back to the field, but damn it, she just won't.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we have a team of 13 right or 14 right now. We got our weekend warriors, you know, the ones who investigate on the weekends,
Mhm.
and then equipment tech. She builds her own equipment, and she does commercial buildings with us. Couple mediums, a clairvoyant, and about 5 or 6 full timers.
Oh, cool.
It sucks at the same time. Not that, you know, the team sucks, but having so many, because, you know, you have to pick and choose who goes, and then other ones get butt hurt. And so I
Yep.
try to rotate them the best I can, you know, especially on a weekend. I'll be like, all right, you, and you go. We're going to stay back.
Yeah.
But having a small team is fantastic. You guys can do, you know, so many different venues with just, you know, 2 to 4 people, you know, not as much contamination. You know,
Nope.
that's awesome. What's
Yep.
up, PM Paranormal? Um, Matt says I should tell you about the 23rd. So uh, September 23rd of next year in Pennsylvania, where Matt lives, he's putting together a Para Unity Day. Now they have a fair there that shuts down three towns up there, and he's inviting every paranormal team from all over the world to come hang out, swap stories, get to know each other, drink beer. You know, he's got a couple surprises for us. And then the next night, he's going to take everybody to Gettysburg for one giant investigation.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll see what I'm doing. If I'm not busy or anything.
Unfortunately, nothing cool like that happens in the Northwest.
Yeah.
We get the occasional wrestling match or concert, but other than that, nothing really happens around here.
Dang.
So what are some of the haunted places around in Ohio that you want to get to?
I don't really know. I mean, I've been to OSR. None that I know of at this moment. I mean, it's it's really hard to say. I mean, it's really honestly hard to say because I really don't know which ones I want
That's
to do or get to.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's some out in California I want to get to. There's some out to the East Coast I want to get to, and there's some down south I want to get to. So,
So do you yourself personally have a bucket list? Like, I mean, if money was no object at all
yeah.
whatsoever, you have 5 places that you can investigate. Where are you going?
Um, well, I would like to go to the Titanic Museum in Missouri.
Ooh, that would be a good one.
Yeah. Um, I want to investigate the Queen Mary.
See, I'm trying
The
to
Winch.
No, he is.
Winchester home.
The
Yeah,
Winchester.
the Winchester home. The USS Hornet. And the Conjuring House.
Nice. Yeah, I definitely want to go to the Winchester house and the Conjuring house for sure. That's on my bucket list.
It's actually for sale. So, do you see that? Conjuring House is for sale.
Are you serious?
Yeah, $1.2 million.
Holy shit. Yeah, I'm gonna pay $1.2 million to be killed in my own fucking house.
Yeah. $1.2 million to buy it.
Wow. Are you a horror movie fan at all?
Yeah. I watched Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy, yeah.
So
Chucky, all them, yeah.
Can't remember where the house is, but for $3.25 million, the original where they filmed Nightmare on Elm Street house is for sale as well.
Oh wow. Wouldn't that be freaking sweet to
Oh,
own that house?
So radical to own that house.
Yeah. I would get tours out the house, man.
Right? I would do so many things with that house.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So, did you guys do anything for Halloween?
Oh, we did film 2 locations for a Halloween thing, but I'm actually working on I'm working on video editing those 2 episodes at this moment, but because I've been busy with personal life and my children and trying to juggle fatherhood and work and so
That's a hard thing.
It gets kind of rough sometimes, and you got to take a step back. But yeah, I'm in the process of editing both those episodes, and I'm going to release them here probably the next couple of weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, and we investigated our on Halloween. I'm going to be releasing the Facebook Live that we did on Halloween. I'm going to release that on YouTube under our Haunted Artifact series. So, yeah. So everyone can, subscribe, and I actually put the link in there. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but I'll put the link in the comments. But you can subscribe, and you'll get notified when it comes out. But
I don't know about anybody else, man, but as soon as this podcast is done, I'm going to your YouTube, and I'm sure as hell subscribing, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you have a bunch of, you have like you have 3 series you can actually watch, and you can actually watch the footage where I first investigated Waverly Hills and heard that disembodied voice. That's on our channel too. You'll hear it.
I gotta see you booking it. I have to watch you booking it out of there.
Yeah.
No, juggling your life with you have your kids and your wife you have to worry about. You have work. You have your paranormal team. Man, I completely understand it because I'm sure like you get laser focused when it has to do with the paranormal.
Yeah.
And it feels like 2 hours, and next thing you know, you look at the clock, it's been 7.5. Your wife's sitting upstairs with the rolling pin, tapping her foot, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, but no, video editing, it takes up so much time to video edit. And
I can imagine, man.
Yeah, I mean, hours can go by, and I mean, you start at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and you look up at the clock, it's like fucking 1, and you're like, Jesus, like where did time go? So,
Right. I unfortunately am definitely not tech savvy when it comes to editing or anything like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, what is that?
That is actually a real patient ID from Penhurst.
Ooh, is that haunted as
And
well?
I'm not sure. I really haven't really investigated it. I just put it up on the wall above me. And that's actually really real currency right here.
Mm.
They use that kind of currency in Penhurst to get things. So
Oh, okay, cool. How did
yeah.
you come across that?
Um by another paranormal investigator who reached out to me and said, "Hey, I see you're building a collection for a haunted museum." He's like, "I got some items you might be interested in," and I was like, "Okay, what you got?" And he's like, "I got these, and these," and I was like, "Okay," so I got them.
So what got the idea in your head to start collecting haunted items?
Well, I wanted to see is an item really haunted, and why is a spirit attach itself to the item? So I started collecting haunted objects and started investigating and started doing live investigations you know, and it just took off from there. And I was like, there's very few haunted museums around. And I was like,
Very
I want to open one here in Toledo so that, people in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky, West Virginia, whatever, can come and visit, you know.
well, I would definitely drive from Spokane to come and see that. Yeah, I know there's one in Vegas. We won't mention any names, but from his content, if you catch my drift, is
Yeah.
full of shit, and I wouldn't support that if my life depended on it. But
Yeah.
I mean, you're a real deal investigator, and I would come from Spokane to check out your museum. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
As
There's a
long as you
lot of
don't got
people
no
said they'll
creepy
come.
dolls in there, man. No creepy dolls.
Oh, there'll be dolls in there. I got dolls down here. I got a ton of dolls. I got a doctor's bag. Oh man, I got a bunch of. Dude, I got a rocking horse. I got mirrors. I actually got a Jewish armband that was put in the gas chamber that died in uh during the Holocaust.
Oh,
And oh
wow.
man, yeah. We actually, when we were investigating on Halloween, we actually caught a Jewish type voice come over the necrophonic.
Oh,
So
shit.
yeah, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy the evidence we caught from that.
So, I mean, how do you come across haunted items? I mean, I'm sure you don't just type in on Google, "Hey Google, where can I buy haunted
Um,
items?"
I just know I know I made friends with a couple paranormal investigators,
Nice.
and like their team pulls haunted objects out, and they're so
Just collecting dust and they're not doing anything with them, and so just
yeah,
donate them and make a quick buck.
yeah,
I can definitely see that.
yeah.
But
So that's how.
what in your opinion makes how can an item be haunted in your opinion?
Well, I mean, you think the spirit that the person that passed away. I'll give you an instance. I got an 1851 Bible,
Oh, wow.
and that thing has a female attached to it. And I've had a couple of mediums do a reading on it, and they said that the female was passing holding the Bible. That Bible meant so much to her that she was literally holding it as she was passing, and she attached herself to it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So the spirit thing just attaches itself to it, you think, or whatever
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
closest to?
yeah, I mean, anything can be an item, a house, a car. I mean, you know, when you get home, you get like residential investigations.
Sorry, I have a little pain in my ass here. You're welcome. All right, now enough. But yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Oh no, you're fine. You know, like when you have a residential investigation, you know, it's like the spirit attaches itself to the house. You know, the house becomes the item. So, or a car, or a necklace, or you know, whatever item that it grew and meant a lot to, and they're not ready to like go to the other side, they'll attach themselves to something. Like I got a lot of positive spirits down here. I have kid spirits down here. You know, I actually have I actually have like a piece of the board from the Hinsdale house, and that's down here. And that's
Wow.
not even blessed. That's an actual board without being blessed or anything. Clean, nothing. So we got that because we're gonna put that in the museum and display it, you know, and represent the Hinsdale house. But what's cool about it is it's got Nick and Daniel's signature on it. So
right on.
Yeah. So that's actually sitting right there on my shelf. So, you know, we collect a lot of things as we go along.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's just contagious.
Yeah. You know, you have to watch our haunted artifact series to see the evidence we capture. You know, in episode 3, you know, we capture a figure on the SLS camera and the catwalk goes off.
Nice.
So, dude, you know, that's probably the only maybe best evidence we captured in that episode. But again, people have to understand with haunted objects, you know, the spirits will come and go. They're not always here. It's an object for them to come and go, you know. But wherever I move the object, the spirit comes because it can't go nowhere without that object because it's attached to it.
You know, I always tell my clients that you know, the first time we may not catch any activity, but what you have to realize is that, you know, they don't work on our time. We work on their time.
Exactly. That's why when, you know, people buy haunted items off eBay or Etsy or wherever they get their hands on, they expect it to, you know, get paranormal activity like right away. It don't work like that. You know,
and they expect it to be like Annabelle or something.
Yeah. No, it takes time. It takes time because the spirit's just like us in real life. It feels you out first.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, that's why, you know, in a first investigation, if a spirit is scared or is intimidated or nervous by you, you're not going to capture shit. Just like an actual human being, you know, they have to warm up to you. They have to want to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know? And homeowners and people that, you know, live in haunted houses or have items don't realize that.
Yeah.
You know, they think just because, you know, they've warmed up to them, that instantly you're going to get all the activity that they have. And, you know, you go in there and you don't capture a damn thing in your first investigation.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
why I always like to give it the 3 strike rule. If by the 3rd investigation we don't capture anything, then I'm sending my blessers in. They'll bless your house, they'll cleanse your house, and that's just the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. The truth. You know.
It unfortunately it is, and it really does suck, and a lot of even paranormal investigators don't understand that.
Yeah.
They come home, they throw their gear bag down. Oh, this is a bunch of shit. They're a bunch of fakes. Blah blah blah.
Yep.
And then they move on to the next one, and the next team goes in there and captures a shit ton of evidence, and boom, there you go.
Yeah. You know, and the other thing too is you're not always going to capture what the other person claims to experience. Every
Exactly.
every experience of activity is different, and I think it's because they can feel your energy and they go off that.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, I definitely agree. When we went to Colfax, Washington to St. Ignatius,
Yeah,
they picked up on my cockiness. They picked up on my there ain't nothing gonna touch me attitude. I was a 2nd or 3rd year investigator. We were on fire. I just had that attitude about the paranormal. That we were the shit, and man, did I pay for it.
Yeah.
I threw my investigator under the bus, telling the spirits, because we were in the surgical ward on the 4th floor. And I'm telling the spirits, this is the surgeon that killed you. Why don't you go kick him, scratch him, harm him, do whatever you can. Just goating the hell out of this thing. And man, I came home with a demonic attachment. Like, I almost lost my wife. My team disintegrated. I stayed in bed for 4 months. 6 sages and 3 blessings later, it finally let go.
Yeah.
And I learned my lesson from that one, man. I'm not walking into a place like that ever again.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and people have to understand, when you have an attachment with the demonic, you have to understand their main goal is to break you down. That's what they want to do.
And that thing broke me to pieces, dude.
Yeah. You gotta keep your mind strong, and you gotta sit there and say, no, I run myself. I'm in control of myself. I run this place, not you, not any other person, me.
That's right.
And that's how I keep them in check here, and they know. Because there was one time where the high chair, the entity with the high chair, was trying to get cocky, and I told it straight up, and it was crazy because after I told it straight up, I just zoned out, and I was flipping my whole water bottle, just flipping and flipping and flipping and flipping and flipping, and then all of a sudden I heard someone commented and said, "You need to check on Dennis. He's not looking right." And my wife goes to me and was like, "Are you okay? Are you mad?" And I snapped right out of it. It was like I just lost track of time. I was just flipping and flipping the water bottle and the holy water bottle, and I just wasn't there. And I think it got a hold of me for maybe a brief 2, maybe 3 minutes, and I just stared off into space. It's crazy.
Oh yeah. There was a time at the J&R house. My brother, I was like, dude, I don't feel right. Shine the flashlight on my face, look in my eyes, make sure I'm good. And he turned that flashlight on, and I would have felt so bad because he's about 5'9", 5'10", and 135, 140 pounds, and I'm 6'5" and 370 pounds. But man, I cocked my fist back and I damn near swung. And all of a sudden I realized, like, I snapped out of it what I was doing. And I was like, fuck, dude, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. And my brother took me outside. We smoked a cigarette. And, I chilled out. I went back in and we finished the investigation. But, attachments are definitely no joke.
No, I mean, you just got to be careful. That's all. You just got to be careful. Know when you're, like, when something is trying to get you, and you just got to be careful and know your surroundings. So.
Yeah, most definite. Huh. The paranormal consultant. You're still cocky, Brian. LOL, just messing with you, brother. Matt, you're an asshole, but I love you. He said, sounds like something was trying to use you to channel Dennis. Could be. Could be.
I mean, it could have been. I mean, I am sensitive to the paranormal. It could have been, But yeah, I mean, it was really weird. I just like zoned out for like 2-3 minutes, just flipping the holy water bottle. And I was just flipping it and flipping it. And it was just like, and then my wife just turned to me and was like, Dennis, are you okay? You mad? And I just snapped out of it.
No, Daisy, I don't even fuck.
So it's almost like a blackout, huh?
Yeah, it's just like I zoned out. So, sort of like what what Nick Roth did in Moonville Brewery. He zoned out. That's what I did. I sort of like zoned out.
Man, and that's rough, man. I mean, especially, did you get all the feelings afterwards? The nausea, the headache, the drained feeling?
No.
Oh, man, you got lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think it was trying to channel me. It might have been trying to channel through me, but I think it was also trying to get to me because I laid the law down. Like,
right.
No, you're not in, you're not in control here. I am, and it just somehow just, it just messed with me. It just was like, next thing you know, I'm holding the holy water bottle. I'm just staring off into space and flipping the holy water bottle. And I'm just like, and then my wife said what she said, and I snapped out of it.
Well, thank God for your wife, man, because thing at that point in time, that thing could have got you with a snap of a finger.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Christopher asked me if I would come over and play.
The paranormal consultant says, channeling, you usually lose track of time, and possession, you lose your personality. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think it's he's pretty much right. I mean, if you actually watched Paranormal Caught on Camera just recently, there was a couple that was investigating a theater, and the woman who was holding it down, next thing you know, she put her head down, and then she was like possessed by whatever spirit that overcame with her, and her boyfriend or husband tried to approach her, and she just looked at him like, mommy, like, just like, was not her. And
oh no.
Yeah, and they got their friend, I believe maybe been a medium or whatnot, and he pulled her through and got that spirit out of her. And as soon as she came back, she just dropped to the floor and she said she felt like all of her energies was drained. She was tired. She couldn't stand up. Like, yeah.
And that's the way I felt when I had my attachment from Colfax.
Yeah.
And my dumbass went back there a second time.
Put the meat on to cook.
But this time I was with my sister
Yeah.
and our investigator Charles at the time. And they catch this as bigger than me entity on his thermocam, and they're calling my name thinking it's me.
Uh-huh.
And here I come walking out of another fucking room altogether. I'm like, what do you guys want? I'm trying to investigate down here. And they're like, nothing. Go back to doing what you're doing. That followed me all the way through that hospital again.
Dang, that's crazy.
He tried to grab me again. But luckily, I had my sister there who protected me before I went in, protected me when I got out, and that demon can kiss my rear end. He didn't get me this time.
Yeah, that's good. Well, yeah.
And the coolest part about that hospital, though, was Rose's room. She was a old alcoholic, always had a beer in there. And anytime a nurse would come in, she'd try to kick him or bite him or scratch him or punch him. She was just a feisty little thing. And you go into her room, and when you're investigating, if you leave a beer on top of the TV, the rumor is that you will capture phenomenal EVP.
Uh-huh.
So during our 4-day stay there, we camped out in a park in the middle of October, which was freezing cold.
Yeah.
You know, we captured so much evidence. You know, we were on the cusp of getting a TV show. Our 4th night there, we're about to pack up and go home the next morning. We put our SD card in the laptop to dump it so we can get ready to go investigate again. We clicked the folder where all of our evidence is. Empty. Not a damn thing on that computer. And my tech knew his computer, every file, everything inside and out. Nothing was there.
Dang.
And about 3 weeks later, these random photos just started popping up on investigators' phones. One here, one there. But that evidence was never found. We lost the chance for our TV show. And the lady that you know we were talking about getting her on the TV show was completely pissed. It sucked.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So what's in the future of the Toledo Spirit Hunters? I mean, what can the fans look forward to in the future?
I mean, what you can look forward in the future is hopefully, you know, the haunted museum, and then we're going to be looking at doing more documentaries and doing more paranormal series. I mean, that's pretty much what's in the future right now. I mean, you can only take it one step at a time.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a good start, brother, and you guys have an awesome future ahead of you, man.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys are gonna hit it big. You guys are gonna cash in. And I, for one, I'm not gonna watch your guys' series on my phone. I'm gonna watch your guys' series on the TV, like when I'm gonna see you guys in a couple of years, probably on the Travel Channel. I just feel, man, you guys have it, man. You have the investigations, the evidence that you pull, the haunted museum, man. You guys have a bright future in this world.
Oh yeah.
And I, for one, can't fucking wait.
Thanks. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Hey, you're very welcome, man. So before we hop off here, because we're reaching that hour mark, please one more time tell the fans, what series are what and where they can watch them.
You can watch Spirits Awaken, which is on our YouTube channel. You can find our YouTube channel at 13th Floor Haunted Media Productions. Just put that in, you'll find it. You'll find Awaken the Unknown, which is season 1. Season 2 will be coming out next year. So we got brand new locations for season 2 that we went to and investigated.
Awesome.
And then our Haunted Artifact series is on there too, so you can see that, and you can see the Waverly Hills footage too. That's on there too.
If anybody wants to see him book out of a building at probably full speed, go to 13th Floor Productions on YouTube. You're on Instagram. You're on Facebook.
Yeah.
Twitter. Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm on Twitter, but I can't stand Twitter.
Yeah, I got to meet some really cool, popular people in this field. I got to meet the Ghost Brothers, Destination Fear. I got to meet Jason Hoff and Ghost Hunters.
Nice.
Adam Berry, Amy Allen, or not Amy Allen, Amy Rooney. Yep.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
Man. It's been a great chat. I would definitely like to pick your brain more for a second interview.
Yeah.
I'm unfortunately full of investor in podcasts in November because of Podvember. I'm doing 1 to 3 podcasts every day from the 1st of November to the 30th.
Oh, okay, cool.
And let me tell you what, it's going to be a pain in the ass because you're my second today and I'm already tired.
But yeah, I put the link in the comments to our
awesome.
YouTube channel, so hopefully it came up and you guys can see it. So.
Well, we're friends on Instagram, so I plan on getting the link from you again.
Okay.
And I'm going to spread it in my group page. I'm going to spread it in the paranormal pages I'm on, the groups I'm a part of. I'm going to spread you like wildfire, man.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
I really do.
All right. Well, you have a good night, Dennis.
All right. You too. Everyone else, have a good night. Just only thing I can say at the end of this is just, stay tuned, follow our page, because I got more projects to come and I got more, evidence to throw out there. So just stay tuned because we got more. It's going to be coming. Actually, I'm going to be working on a project in 2023 where I'm going to do reenactment stories to my haunted artifacts, stories behind to why they became a haunted artifact.
Oh, I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, that's a big project I'm going to work on in 2023.
Very nice.
Yep.
All right, man. Well, rock and roll. You have yourself a good night, and we'll catch you again. Well, guys, that is podcast number 2. Stay tuned for number 3 as it comes up at 8 o'clock. We'll be talking to Michael Hong, a new paranormal investigator in Spokane, Washington. We'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.